box seat. I'm Adam McGrath and joined by Mark Olmos. Mark, the second weekend at Belmont Park and we have a blockbuster.
Yeah, we really do, Adam. Of course, the feature event will be the Belmont Sprint over 1,400 metres and really looking forward to seeing the reigning Railway Stakes winner Scales of Justice return.
Let's take a look at the conditions that we are going to be faced with. The Movable Rail is at the 3 metre position, again expecting another fair day of racing. Chance of a few showers in Perth, but hopefully we don't see them and we have a perfect day there on course. Mark, let's get straight into race number 1.
Yes, race 1 is the Kieran Magumi Handicap over 1,000 metres, Adam. It's for the 3-year-olds, and our replay horse is G-Boss. We're going all the way back to last year to watch him win on debut.
Up about a length in front from Diamond Princess. 2 lengths away into the open comes Sweet Aura, letting down for Pike. In behind them, Red Noir, then Swedish Memories and Jefferson. G-Boss, though, by the 200 clear. Pike's having to really get to work, and Sweet Aura's trying to bridge the margin, but G-Boss has got something to offer. It's G-Boss on the outside. Sweet Aura trying to run him down, but G-Boss too good.
Yeah, winding back the clock a long way there to see G-Boss's win. Look, a lot has happened since then. The recent runs have been pretty good. You go back to January, behind Dainty Tess was good. The run behind Solorski was fair enough. Cramden was in that same race last starter where it was behind Solorski, and it meets at 2.5 kilos better. That's G-Boss, it is, meets Cramden 2.5 kilos better. So I think it's going to be well suited in this race. The blinkers going on, Fred Kersey getting an opportunity, and drawn well in a small field. It should be in that forward position.
Yeah, I think they'll lead comfortably here, especially with the blinkers going on. Of course, did beat Diamond Princess on that day. Diamond Princess is in this race. Sweet Aura, Swedish Memories, Snow Lord, a few others in that replay we saw, but this looks the ideal race. Shades of Dainty Test the other week, as you mentioned on the box seat, Adam, on that occasion. It was just the weakest field she's met in a while, and I'd have to agree the same thing here for G-Boss. Meets the likes of Scalpel. Look, is a really nice up-and-comer, this gelding by Snifferton. I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes here. Is $70,000 purchase from Mogumba Park.
Yeah, for mine it's a race in 2 and Scalpel is the other one. As you mentioned, G-Boss definitely has a superior form lines going into this race, but I like what Scalpel's doing and what it's shown so far. It's still a bit green last start, and when taken on, just got a little bit lost through those early stages. I think they have the ability to sit outside G-Boss if they want, or they'll be in that second pair, because there is a bit of speed in this race with Cramden and also Diamond Princess in it, but I just think this horse has got a bit of upside and can certainly play a part.
On top for you?
Yeah, I'll go with number 6 Scalpel. From 1 G-Boss, 3 Diamond Princess and 4 Mylena.
Same Cornella, different order for me. 1 G-Boss, 6 Scalpel, 5 I'm Incredible, and 4 Mylena.
Race number 2 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,000 metres, an event for the 2-year-olds. And Mark, often at this time of season we see them drop off a little bit, but we've got some horses that were really primed for that Magic Millions type of race coming back here, and some that are certainly looking like they're on the up.
Yes, Adam, one of those on the up certainly is Ms. Lecky, winning on debut when crunched in betting. Let's have a look at the win.
Over towards the inside from Delta Queen, Sobrero back there, also Neurological, and towards the tail end of the field when they'd straightened up now. Coming to the 250 metre mark is Master Splinter. Over on the outside, Ms. Lecky raced up for Pike, races to the lead now. Bronze Idol tries to battle away. Down the outside came Neurological, but this has been a highly impressive debut by Ms. Lecky.
Good performance there by Ms. Lecky. I tell you what, you wouldn't have been happy with the short price when you saw her in the mounting yard and even going out behind the barrier. She certainly did play up a little bit, and speaking to Fred and Karen Kersey, they said that is one of her traits, that she's a little bit on edge at times, which does make you nervous when you do have a 2-year-old in the race. But that form has really been franked with Bronze Idol coming out and winning on Wednesday at Belmont Park as well. Look, I wouldn't want to be taking $1.60, $1.70 about her, but I still think she is the one to beat.
Yeah, I agree, Adam, especially from the draw. She does look very hard to beat, but again, in a race with plenty of unknowns, I really like number 6 here, Take the Stand. This first starter, a gelding by Star Witness for Simon Miller. Of course, we know that they produce the juveniles very, very well to the races, and the recent trials was very good. Of course, that first trial was beaten by Ms. Lecky, but the recent one was a much improved trial and was clocked very fast time. I think Peter Nucky can stride towards the lead here and will be very, very hard to catch.
He just seemed to be cruising out in front, didn't he? It was that really big, long stride, as you mentioned, and Peter Nucky didn't ask too much with the galloper. You could see he still had a few gears to click through as well. So I'm with you. You've got a leading 2-year-old stable. You've got a nice barrier. You've got brilliant breeding as well. I think this horse can play a part.
A couple of others we can talk about as well. Winners, Kento returns, as does Watch It. Was good last start, of course, when beating Metallic Queen. And UMI, of course, the brother to spin the wheels, is in here, and I think he can run a nice race too.
Yeah, Watch It will be intriguing. Of course, beat Metallic Queen. That horse has got those form lines around Art Series, but I think it's going to struggle from that wide gate here, and William Pike obviously electing to go with his Lecky. Kento and UMI are the ones I'd be watching. Kento, of course, won beating UMI back in February, then went to the Magic Millions, and UMI I really like with the blinkers keepers returning here. Form lines around Riesk and Kento certainly should hold up. But I'm going to go with Ms. Lecky. As I said, I'm not taking a short price about her. From 3, You Am I, 1, Kento, and 4, Disruptive.
6 goes on top for me. The first starter from the Simon Miller Yard. Take the stand from 7, Ms. Lecky, 3, You Am I, and 5, Illustrious Tycoon.
Race number 3 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,200 metres. And Mark, there's 3 horses that I'm really looking forward to seeing go head-to-head in this race.
Yeah, there's a couple of nice ones, Adam. The replay horse is Captivated Point, though, from last start, when beaten narrowly by Meteoroid.
But then 2 lengths away behind them, Meteoroid travelling, and a long way back to 4 seen Ragnar Saga. Didn't like it, couldn't win fight out of a cannon at the 150. On the outside, Captivated Point raced to Erazine, but Meteoroid got a split between them. It's Meteoroid going to Captivated Point. Meteoroid reaching the lead in the final part, flying home Jatumi late, but
Good
it's...
performance there by Captivated Point. We see Meteoroid come up a little bit later on. The program is second favourite at the moment in a pretty good race as well, so you have to respect those form lines. Something that we talked about in the preview for this race, that those Albany form lines were going to hold up. You could see that this horse did have a little bit of class. Steve Wolf had built the confidence into this galloper with those 3 victories in a row, and the demerits just flying at the moment in WA still. So the only knock here has to be the wide barrier. This is a big test against likes of Tommy Hu and Karalaki Miss, but I think certainly in the mix.
I just like the way it toughed it out to the line after sitting outside the speed. Meteoroid got the drop on them and was too good in the finish, but a really nice effort from Captivated Point. Tommy Hu returns here. The bar plates come off. Adam, that break since the 14th of January will suit him. He's got good form lines and he'll be there and thereabouts on the speed. I think they might take a sit here, though.
Brilliant first up record as well. 4 attempts, 2 victories and 2/3. And that's a positive here with Tommy Hu. If they want to lead, they can. If they want to sit just behind them, they know that they're going to have that turn of foot late. No trial, 1,200 metres. No issue with the track that Grant Williams has down there, that this horse will be fit and ready to go. I think it's the one to beat.
Yeah, there's also Karlaki Miss, as we mentioned there. Adam, Clint Johnson Porter rides from Barrier 3. 3-year-old taking on the older horses here, but she's got a little bit of ability.
Yeah, she certainly does. And finally just got the race where she didn't have to take up the running through those early stages. She's much better when she gets in that second or third pair, can just be ridden a little bit quieter and then attack the line and have something to chase. Again, she won't have to lead this race, which will be a bonus for her, and I think she's probably in the top 2 in this race. But I'm going to go with number 5, Tommy Hu, from 7, Karlaki Miss, 6, Captivated Point, and 3, Hopetown.
I've got number 5 on top as well, Tommy Hu from 6, Captivated Point, 7, Karlaki Miss, and 3, Hopetown.
Race number 4 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,200 metres, and Mark, a really competitive field again here when you look at the runners like Mantime, Blackline, even Show Honey down the bottom. Fontainebleau returns. Looking forward to seeing that horse get out over a bit of ground as well.
Yeah, replay horse is Mantime, the one you mentioned at the top there. Let's go have a look at him riding the speed and holding on for 3rd.
Straightened up 3rd down on the rail, and they're followed in the middle now by Karlaki Miss, looking to work into the open, and on the outside of her is Cramden. Here's Dainty Tess. She's coming with a great finishing burst from last at the 100. Look at Dainty Tess. She's sprouted wings. She's come from a clear last. Gather them up, Dainty Tess from Karlaki Miss. A super win under the big weight. Dainty Tess beat
Good
Karlaki.
performance there by Mantime. Looks much more suited here over the 1,200 metres. I think as well with the speed in the race, they're going to be able to just get back a little bit and run on strongly. That's where I think this runner wants to be, and I think you're going to get a nice each-way price about it, Mark.
Yeah, rode the speed last start, and I think it'll be fitter for that run, which left us sitting shot late. And we've also got number 6, Blackline, and we'll open up very, very short in this race, especially with a big step up in class. I'm not sure you want to take anything under 6 to 4 or $2.50 because that'll be the wrong price. That's just unders.
Yeah, look, she can definitely win this race. She's got a lot of ability and she'll be winning a lot more races as well. But I'm with you. I think there's enough class in here that you don't need to take a short price about her. Simon Miller, Aaron Mitchell, Peter Nucky have all mentioned that she's raw, she's green, she's still learning, and there's a lot still to gather for this galloper. So, look, you definitely have her winning. Wouldn't be surprised to see her win, but I'm not taking a short price.
Yes, it's a very long straight at Belmont as well, and she will be there out in front and left very vulnerable. Number 7, Invincible Warrior, Adam, has opened up a very, very big price. Now, did finish last start, but travelled into the race so sweetly, but then wheels just spun in the softer going. This is one to have a spec at.
Yeah, this is one you definitely have to keep an eye on. Dainty Tess was on the back of it, and it was travelling so well into the run. Look, I don't know whether it doesn't handle a soft track or not. It went into that with no trial, and there's been a couple of question marks just about this horse's ability and how it's going to hold up soundness-wise, but I'm willing to take. I've seen $60 plus for this galloper. Absolutely ridiculous odds. If it's taken improvement from that run, if it handles the track much better, as you mentioned, and enjoys Belmont, which it's 1 from 1 at, I think there's huge overs and you could definitely be taking a place price about it. But I'm going to tip number 3, Mantime, from 6, Blackline, number 10, Show Honey, and 7, Invincible Warrior.
I'm tipping Mantime on top as well. The 3 from 6, Blackline, number 10, Show Honey, and 7, Invincible Warrior.